3, 2, 1.
Get ready as the world's top contenders charge out of the gates, determined to make their country proud. A historic 20th anniversary win is on the line this year. Who will rise to the podium? Team Canada will defend its title as more than 350 juvenile racers from around the globe battle for the ultimate prize, the 20th anniversary Whistler Cup. Celebrate 20 years of ski racing. 2 decades really adds up. 113,000 is the number of times courses were slipped. 24,000 holes were drilled for gates, and 4,400 racers cleared them, backed by 5,700 volunteers. Join us for the next half hour as we honor this path to the podium. Welcome to the 2012 Whistler Cup. The thrill of ski racing, the Whistler Cup. 3 days, 3 events, and 1 cup here on Whistler Blackcomb. Juvenile racers ages 11 to 14 have come from all over the world to compete at this FIS-sanctioned event. This year's win will be especially sweet. The Whistler Cup celebrates its 20th anniversary. It's taken a lot of hard work to get here. Two decades ago, Whistler had a vision. The dream to host an international ski race that would showcase the world's top juvenile racers. That steep dream came true. After attending the famed Trofeo Topolino juvenile race in Italy, these 3 men, Max Meier, Joze Sparovec, and Jim Yeates, created Canada's own. And now the Whistler Cup blows out 20 birthday candles on its cake.
Happy birthday, Whistler Cup!
Over the years, 176 Whistler Cup athletes moved on to Olympic and World Cup podiums, including alumni Tina Maze. The current reigning world champion in giant slalom has stepped up to 38 World Cup podiums.
Thank you for joining us, Tina.
In Whistler, I have really good memories. As a child, I came here 2 times, so I won a lot of races, actually all of them. And then when I came back to Olympics, it was the same feeling. I'm going back to the place where I was skiing good as a child, so it was always a big excitement for me to come here. It's a great place.
My big goal was to make it to World Cup finals and get my mom out
Whistler white carpet royalty this year also included the likes of Aaron Melzinski, the first Canadian in more than 40 years to win gold in World Cup slalom.
Okay, first slalom, my favorite event.
I have a lot of great memories racing in Whistler. I was here for 3 years. I struggled my first 2 and my last one was better. I think my biggest memory was winning the Nancy Green Award, which they gave for Best Canadian, but it was a big bear on a plaque and my nickname was always the Bear, so that was for sure the highlight of my trip.
Whistler Cup success stories aren't confined just to traditional ski racing gates. 70% of the Canadian ski cross team has worn a Whistler Cup jacket at one point in their career, including Olympic golden girl Ashley McIver. Many of the young racers here today will be our Olympians of tomorrow. It all starts here, and no event is more technical than slalom. Coming up, what country came out on top on the K2 slalom course? We'll have your results later on in the show. Next, it was anybody's game at the K2 Super G. Their sights set on gold. Although blue skies, pressure built at the top of the Super G course. So many expectations, hopes, and dreams. The world's best juvenile racers charged out of the gates, some nervous, others not. Whistler Cup alumni Tina Maze encouraged these young upstarts to keep their eyes off the scoreboard and on the fun.
It was pretty funny to be as a World Cup racer again here, and support the kids and to tell them that they should have fun and not to think about results too much.
And this way of thinking is what stepped Australia's Oliver Thompson up to the top podium, capturing gold with a time of 1 minute, 0.70 seconds.
I'm stoked. I came here just hoping to get a top 10, maybe a podium if I was lucky.
Keeping bodies loose and minds clear, Canadians pulled it together, earning the second and third fastest time on the Super G course. Whistler Mountain Ski Club's Cameron Alexander crossed the finish line in 1 minute, 1.24 seconds.
My run felt really good today. It was a bit sketchy in some parts. I launched off the first jump and landed on the flats. But otherwise, it felt really good.
Fellow club teammate James Crawford, 0.14 seconds behind, took third.
I'm very happy knowing that I'm close to one of the top kids in the world right now. Really bringing my hopes up about skiing and racing this year.
The reward of confidence, something gifted to Toronto's Stephanie Curry as well. The fifth place finisher was the top Canadian on the girls' Super G course.
I got pumped up in the race start and whatever happened, happened, and I just did as well as I could.
The girls' Super G was won by Switzerland's Lorena Kaislin with a time of 1 minute, 2.36 seconds, followed by Liechtenstein's Jessica Hilsinger and Norway's Guro Havman.
Course was fast and down was very heavy.
Fast and fun. It all adds up to a Whistler Cup win on or off the podium. We've got all of your Whistler Cup action, 350 plus athletes from 18 different countries. The Whistler Cup is North America's largest international children's race, a time for both sport and family. Later on in the show, as the song goes, in all kinds of weather, these Fleckenstein sisters stick together. And meet the blonde hair bullet.
At one point I was thinking, hey, you know, if I could do this a job, I could get paid to ski, paid to do what I love, would be awesome. It would just be a ton of fun.
Whistler Cup racers haven't got here alone. Coaches, family, and friends have kept them on course. For the Fleckenstein sisters, their dad is their biggest cheerleader.
For Steffi and Katie Fleckenstein, skiing is a passion and a big part of their childhood. Dad Steve had both girls on skis before their second birthday.
They loved it. They were good for 4 or 5 runs, and then they got French fries and hot chocolate. And we had a motto of never a bad day.
Both 14-year-old Steffi and 12-year-old Katie are competing in this year's Whistler Cup.
Tomorrow we get to race on the same hill, and it's just going to be so cool being able to race with her.
The sisters are impressive skiers and fierce competitors, but they also have a secret weapon, their dad, Steve.
He just helps so much, and at the start, he just pumps me up so much if I'm kind of having a down day.
He gets me everywhere, and he does my skis, and he's a big supporter, so can't say I've gotten this far without him.
Steve says he's passionate about every aspect of the sport, but he's modest about his role.
Over the years, as they've improved as skiers, I've probably improved a little bit as a tuner and waxer.
For the Fleckenstein, skiing is a family affair and something both girls enjoy and excel at.
Oh, incredibly proud. I'm proud because it's a tough sport. It's you know, physically it's demanding, but also mentally.
Steve says he'll be here as long as the girls want to race.
I love watching it. It's something it's really fun to see them both develop.
Given their successes in the sport and their future goals,
well, I hope to make it someday to the national team.
I want to win the Olympics.
These proud parents will be cheering them on for many years to come.
Both sisters came to the Whistler Cup with some pretty big wins under their skis. Katie won a provincial title at Big White, and Steffi won a Western Championships title at Panorama. Definitely something to wave a Canadian flag at, especially at the Parade of Nations. Still to come, Whistler Village is transformed into a United Nations. Then riding the edge of 2 sports results in 2 provincial wins for this Whistler K1 racer. For many, the Whistler Cup is an experience of a lifetime. For others, it's just part of growing up. This next hometown hero's need for speed began when he was only 2 years old.
Cameron and I playing
To Max Pfeiffer, being born and raised in North America's premier ski destination has shaped who he is.
That was fun. My dad left and I got to do a couple laps by myself on the T-bar there, and it was just, I just kept on going straight down the hill. It was so fun, so fun.
That was age 2. Since then, Dad Tony can barely keep up with the now 14-year-old Max. Over the past 3 years, he's really honed his skill on the hill, embracing his inner speed demon.
It's so fun to be on the ski hill, on a steep pitch, and you can just get down to your bullet and just go as fast as you can down the hill and then just launch off a roller, and you're just like in the air and everything pauses in time. You're just like, it's just the best feeling in the world.
This is Max's 4th Whistler Cup outing, and he says each and every race gives him the experience necessary to reach for gold one day.
This is my Olympic torch from when I ran the torch for the Olympics.
That's great. And what was that like?
Exhilarating, so exhilarating. I just want to do well in a ski career, and I don't want to really focus too much on the result. It's more like the process. So hopefully my process will lead me towards, winning a gold medal at one of the Olympics.
I see Max fulfilling his dreams, and if his dreams are being on the World Cup, yeah, and if his dreams are being in the Olympics, then I think anything's possible.
Until then, Max will concentrate on training, brushing up on his German.
Hallo, mein Name ist Max Pfeiffer und dieses Wochenende.
And simply having fun, which comes easy when you come from Whistler.
Yeah, there's no way to describe it other than just awesome, having so much fun.
Every year, these elite athletes are challenged to get stronger, faster, and more aggressive. But once off the hill, the Whistler Cup brings competitors together under the flags of friendship.
Other person from different countries.
I like meeting friends around the world.
It's a nice mountain to ski, and it's interesting just to go to the international competition, have new friends.
This is the biggest competition in my life because it's international.
Which country has the cutest boys?
Norway.
Chile. Chile by far.
Japan.
Which country has the cutest girls?
I'd have to say Norway.
No way.
Woo! Which country is the friendliest?
Japan seems really nice.
Canada, of course. I think Canada is the friendliest. Yesterday there was a lot of guys who come to us and try to be friends with us. So I think Canada is the friendliest.
It was incredible to experience that energy. The kids were so excited to meet friends from around the world. Let me introduce you to 2 more. Coming up, Vancouver's Cheyenne Ling is ready to make her mark on the mountain, as is this young upstart, thanks to these volunteers. Another young skier that put Canada on track is Whistler's own Finn Isles, who took home gold this weekend. He's an incredible athlete, motivator, and team player, not to mention a provincial champion in more than just one sport. A lone wolf. No one else exists in this moment. There's just an athlete, 4 edges, and the gates.
Come on! Come on!
All my teammates, they're pretty much the biggest competition.
An individual sport, but not without support. For Whistler's Finn Isles, part of that support is carved out on a different kind of ice.
The whole team got behind Finn and his skiing aspirations, knowing that he was trying to do both. And we were very supportive of that.
Juggling a 4-day ski week and 3-day hockey schedule was challenging, but beneficial to this Whistler Pee Wee Winterhawks player and K1 Whistler Mountain Ski Club racer.
Skating really transfers to skiing. It's just really good for your balance, and your legs get a lot stronger.
there are other benefits as well. After winning all 4 of his races in slalom and giant slalom at this year's ski racing provincials, the following day, Finn became a double provincial champion when the Whistler Winterhawks won the Tier 3 championship in Quesnel.
It was fantastic in that first game. It was I don't know what it was, but I think it might have been the high from getting the provincial ski title. I think that could have been what tipped us.
And what he learned on the ice tipped him not onto 1, but 2 Whistler Cup podiums, as well as the K1 accolade of the Dave Murray Award, proving he's a force to be reckoned with in whatever this serious young man sets out to do. Unfortunately, this may be Finn's last year of stick handling due to the increasing demand of competitive ski racing, a sport where he feels most at home. Sacrifice and dedication, it's something these Whistler Cup racers know all too well, especially on the technically demanding slalom course, one of Finn's favorite events. The K2 slalom courses kept racers on edge.
It was like all the Canadian girls in a row, and I saw them go down, and it was like kind of nerve-wracking, but I made it through the problem spot.
Although Slovenia's Andrej Slokar conquered the challenging corner, her first place finish at 1 minute 19.21 seconds was bittersweet.
I'm not really happy with it. I didn't drive as good as I can.
Missing the top podium by 0.15 seconds, Switzerland's Aline Danyoth was frustrated as well, but excited to step up to her first podium.
Yesterday I missed the podium on 1500 slope, and today I missed the first place in the 1500 slope.
In the blink of an eye, podiums are lost or won. Guro Havman of Norway secured bronze.
In Super G I was 3rd, and in Giant Slalom I was 6th.
On the men's side, Italy's Paolo Padello was expected to be the front runner.
I heard that the one Italian boy had won Topolino, so that's impressive, so I was looking out for him for sure.
But instead, Marco Michel of Switzerland crossed the finish line with the best combined time of 1 minute 23.9 seconds. Padello missed the top podium by 0.32 seconds.
Slalom is my best discipline, and I could show what I can.
Canada's own Sam Mulligan of Vancouver knocked down Yeates to a 3rd place victory.
Well, hopefully we'll take home the cup, but it's stiff with Norway's been skiing really well, and Italy and Switzerland, so it's hard to say.
Every athlete has their sights set on a podium. Every racer wants to see how they stack up against international competition. Cheyenne Ling is one of those racers. Born and raised in Whistler, she moved down to Vancouver. However, family moved back to Whistler this weekend, so the Whistler Cup has been a sort of homecoming.
For ski racers, applying a little wax is a big part of knowing your craft.
It's really important to work on your own skis, and waxing and stuff is a big part of Super G especially.
It's something Cheyenne Ling learned early on. The 14-year-old spent her first 5 years of life on these slopes. It's where she developed her competitive spirit and sense of community.
Well, I have a lot of good memories, but just being with my friends basically anytime is a good memory.
And although Cheyenne and family moved to Vancouver shortly after preschool, her passion for skiing never stopped. On most weekends, the family would make the hour-and-a-half-long trip up to Whistler just so Cheyenne could train. It wasn't easy.
Oh yeah, some mornings you just don't want to get up, and you just, I don't know, you're just so tired from skiing 3 days in a row. Once from K1 first year Hemlock.
But the hard work is starting to pay off. Cheyenne's got a handful of top 10 finishes and is only getting better, faster, and more dedicated.
Yeah, just to get to the bottom fastest and try and win and do my best.
And now she can do it all in the place she's always held close to heart. The Lings recently moved back to Whistler permanently, and Cheyenne couldn't be happier being back in her element.
Another sport Cheyenne loves is volleyball. Because as thrilling as downhilling can be, she's a team player at heart. Passion. That's what the Whistler Cup is all about. It's about laying it down on the line for the 20th anniversary. Only instead of blowing out candles, athletes are blowing by gates.
It's a whole different game because you could be a big fish in British Columbia and then you come to Whistler and you can get whooped by some Austrian or some Italian, so it's interesting for sure.
Vancouver's Sam Mulligan is a strong Canada contender after earning a men's alpine overall at provincials and third overall at the Can-Am Western Championships this season. And this victory dance continued with the second place finish on the K2 Giant Slalom course on Sunday.
The first course of the day was quite turny and it was set really short, so it was tough. So I just skied smart. And I was fifth, and then the second course, the gates were close together. It worked out and I had the fastest second run and I ended up second.
Mulligan was bookended by Italy. Paolo Padello claimed gold with a combined time of 1 minute 26.29 seconds, while fellow teammate Giacomo Scaglione accepted bronze.
I make no mistake, but I make no mistake, and so I'm very happy.
Canadians were also happy with 2 additional top 10 wins, including James Crawford in 8th position and behind him, Cameron Alexander in 9th. On the women's side, top 10 finishers included Stephanie Curry in 9th, followed by Mikaela Martin in 10th.
The season I've been working on moving forward, and it's coming along good.
Consistency, something exercised on the girls' course with Italy and Japan accepting top honors, although Liechtenstein's Jessica Hilsinger was the strongest in the field, finishing first with a combined time of 1 minute 29.26 seconds.
I'm very happy because yesterday I'm second and today I won, and that's super.
Second place went to Italy's Beatrice Barbagelata.
It's very good, and I think that there are a lot of good athletes. Whistler Cup is best race in America.
Third place Narumi Katagiri of Japan couldn't agree more.
Everybody very enjoying, and also that so many people are helping us a lot, so it was great competition.
It takes hundreds of volunteers to make this gateway to gold happen. From slippers and course officials to race office organizers and Saturday banquet hosts. Whistler Cup dreams would mean nothing without these dream makers.
For local skier Mikaela Martin, the Whistler Cup is a chance to find her place among the top ski racers in the world.
Figuring out where you stand.
Mikaela is a Whistler Cup veteran, so she knows what it takes to make the event happen every year.
The volunteers have been amazing.
And 2 of the 300 volunteers working on this year's event are Mikaela's parents.
I've been a slipper for the last 2 days, so it's been great. I get to watch her go, and then I slip down behind her, and then the first day I was scoreboard, so I got to write the great numbers up. And it's like, seeing how well all the girls do is amazing.
I was on the Super G and the GS course as the assistant chief of gates there.
In fact, Dad is so dedicated to his job, he missed his daughter's 6th place finish in the slalom race. But he did find a way to stay informed.
I was just watching on live timing how her results were coming in, and it was very exciting.
Over the past 20 years, it's taken more than 5,000 volunteers to build the Whistler Cup into the event it is today.
Amazing. We couldn't do anything without them.
The enthusiasm and the dedication is amazing.
Oh, it's a great event. It's a really fun time for the volunteers and especially for the kids.
Even though Mikaela wants to move on to FIS, she's happy to do a last year as a K2 racer for the chance to compete in one more Whistler Cup.
Everybody's so friendly, and the coaches are great. So, yeah, it's fun.
What an incredible showcase of talent this weekend. A true testament to the incredible heart that makes the Whistler Cup what it is. Now, what everyone's been waiting for, what country took home bragging rights? And was Canada able to secure its 5th title in 6 years?
This is amazing.
Olympian Michael Janik welcomed athletes to Whistler Village as the final awards wrapped up what has become the largest ski race of its kind in North America. Brightly clad athletes sporting their 20th anniversary jackets proudly cheered on Canada's top athletes. The Dave Murray Award for the top Canadian boy went to Sam Mulligan, who laid down great times with 2 podium victories and a 4th place finish. The Canadian Queen Bee tallying the most points out of 3 days was Toronto's Ali Nullmeyer, who gratefully accepted the Nancy Green Award. And then it was time for the K1 Festival Honours. The K1 Cup was won by Japan, while hometown hero Finn Isles was presented with the K1 Dave Murray Award. A gold finish in slalom also led to Lawrence Haught picking up the K1 Nancy Green Award. Former Whistler Cup administrator Lynn Hume made a guest appearance to present the Lynn Hume Community Service Award. New Brunswick's Marissa Arsenault gratefully accepted the $1,000 check, honoring her dedication to both sport and volunteerism. With performance awards now presented for top Canadians and K1 athletes, it was time to award the top nation. New this year, each competing team was comprised of 3 boys and 3 girls, and only K2 standings were tallied.
So in 3rd place with 117 points was the nation of Italy.
Would the Whistler Cup stay in Canada?
Hauptschweiz, Switzerland.
Maybe next year. Team Canada 1 was applauded as the runners-up with 121 points. This year's honorees of the 20th anniversary Whistler Cup went to Switzerland, winning by a landslide with 177 points.
It was a great race here. They did such a big work, great work, and we are happy. Good with conditions, great weather, everything. It was really good. And the helpers, volunteers, they were working a lot for us as we are able to win the cup.
Congratulations to all the athletes that competed. What an incredible event, and thanks to the coaches, volunteers, and parents who made it happen. And that wraps up Shaw TV's coverage of the 20th anniversary of the Whistler Cup. On behalf of our team, Jim, Tim, Bianca, Aaron, Ian, and myself, Nicole, thanks for watching.